Hi, I felt like kind of switching it up today. I wanted to do my makeup with you guys today and walk you through kind of my recent steps while talking about my favorite fashion moments and runway shows and inspo pics in the past year. I felt like it could be like a nice kind of fashion rewind at the end, and then also again just while doing something, maybe? I don't know, because I've been getting some requests for my recent makeup looks. So I thought I would try this out, and if you hate it, I will never do it again. I'm just going to dive in basically. And I will link all of the products that I'm using down below in case I don't mention them as I'm going through. First up, I thought it could be fun to run through some of my favorite runway looks, just because I have been paying a little bit more attention to them than I have in the past. If I'm honest, I literally used to really never, but I find it really inspiring to see how these designers are styling their pieces. So I tend to really like the ones that I feel like I can recreate. And the first one, starting with this Altuzara look, I think it's so wearable and I like the colors that they're using. And I think this picture, I saw this and it made me want to try a short trench coat, and I have not found one yet. I really want to thrift one. So that's on my list, but I also really like the layering of the skirt. And I'm just going in with my concealer really quickly. I just spot conceal, and then I go in with a really thin foundation after this, or tinted moisturizer. And I've really been liking this Glossier stretch concealer. Anyway, so I just feel again, this is really wearable. I like the color palette. I like the green with the red in the purse. And for spring, summer, especially spring, I mean, honestly in winter, I guess you could wear it with tights or something, but I think it looks so cute. Two foundations I've been loving recently that I feel let my skin glow, and that's why I kind of spot conceal, is because then my skin kind of looks more like skin if I use a lesser coverage foundation. So I like the Studio Radiance Face and Body Radiant Sheer Foundation from MAC, or the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, but I think I'm going to use this just because this is what I've been using lately. Anyway, Simone Rocha is one of my latest obsessions of the year. Last year, I really started to get into her designs, but especially this year, I don't know. I feel considering, the bow trends and everything, I feel looking at her pieces, they really inspire me when I'm trying to sew something, because I got into that more this year. I think why I'm so drawn to all of the Simone Rocha dresses is because they're just literally covering you, and I feel I just think that's the most comfortable thing when what you're wearing just kind of cocoons you in a way. And so I think that's, I don't know, there's just something about it. And this one in particular, I really like the color. I feel this would be a really great Christmas kind of idea dress, or holiday party dress or something. And then this pink one, I think is so pretty. It reminds me of their bag that I mentioned in my bag video that I did, and right? Doesn't it kind of look like that? But I don't know. And then just with kind of the naked shoe, I like that being styled with this. And then also this red dress, which again, I love. I think a really cool idea would be a top like this. I feel that would be really wearable. I would wear it is what I mean. And I think it kind of is that. It looks like a top with a skirt, but I don't know. I think it's just a dress. These Merit foundation sticks are my favorite concealer. They don't break me out. I use the stretch one first, and then I kind of go in and just let this Merit one marinate on top, because I have a lot of acne scars, and so that's kind of just what I've found that works for me. Next, this bow dress. I love the sheerness of it. I love the nudeness of it. And then with this color, I think that's what really gets me, is the color way going on here and the color play. And I just think it's so pretty in the shape of it. Vivetta, to be honest, I don't know much about the brand or designer, but the polka dots, I saw polka dots all over their runways. And whenever I was going through the Vogue runway app, I just kept seeing that, and I'm just it just was attracting me. Obviously, I love polka dots, but mixed with the I don't know, kind of plaid in a way, hat, and the colors, and then the feather socks, I'm that's a good idea. Feather socks. How fun would that be, right? Also, I'm going in with the Dibs. I recently got this Dibs contour. It has contour on one side and then a blush on the other, and it is so dewy. I feel that's really what's been helping my glow. Because I used to I used to use the Rare Beauty one. I still do, but it's a little bit warmer. This one's more cool toned. This is in the shade 2.5, but I just really like the color. I feel it works really well with my skin tone and still is glowy, but not too glowy. Do you know what I mean? It's skin. And also applying it with a blush brush I've never done before, instead of putting it right on my face, it kind of gives me a little bit more control, and I feel makes my skin look a little dewier. Anyway, back to the feathered socks. I think that's something that maybe I can DIY. I just thought of that. And the bow at the back of the hat, it kind of reminds me of the Cowley Studios hats that I've been really loving, which is another brand that I just have fallen so hard for this year. I just think, again, with the outfit inspiration that they give and the colors, I love the way that they play with colors. I think that's my like thing that really draws me to them. For blush, I'm going in with the other side of this and a mix of the Merit Stockholm little blush, which they're kind of the same color, but this one's a little bit darker, and I just like the glow that both of them give me. So I just, again, go in with a little like brush like this and just pat it. So Loewe. Loewe is a brand that within the past couple of years, I've really been liking their stuff. And these pictures, like, this is kind of an example of the stuff that inspires me that's not really like necessarily wearable. Like, I wouldn't wear pants this high, but I really like the idea of wearing pants this high. Like, honestly, wait, why wouldn't I? That's a really big question for myself. I actually think I would, but I just don't have them, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that's what people thought of as high-waisted jeans or pants whenever high waist became like a big thing. And this is just taking it to the extreme, and I love it. And I also love the colors going on here. I think this is a really nice classic outfit. Also, like, good work inspiration, right? Also, I've been taking my blush kind of like around here because I saw Sabrina Carpenter do that, and I feel like it kind of adds some whims, you know? Like, makes it feel a little bit more whimsical, and so I do that a little bit. And then I also go over it with this pink Milani. This thing is so old, but it's Dolce pink, and I love it. It gives you such a good glow. Also, if we're talking about glow products, in my Christmas gift guide, everyone's talking about my glow, and I overdid it on this. I literally thought it looked so bad, so you guys are literally too sweet to me, but this is the Mega Glow Wet n Wild highlighting powder, and it's in the shade Bloom Time, and it's just this like pinky peachy, and it's a really nice highlighter. Or I really like this Armani one, or this Armani one I wear a lot too. It's shade 50, Luminous Silk Glow Blush, but this is the one I was wearing in that particular video, and I just like kept going with it and going. But the makeup I'm doing is for my video from Monday, and I had kind of like a pink shimmery eye and a wing and pink blush and things like that. This is the exact makeup that I was using for that. So I just go in with that with a little brush. Moving on to Chanel though now, because Chanel, I'm kind of obsessed with Chanel's Runway, like all of them. I've been going deep into like the archives and different things like that, but I just really like their recent ones. I feel like they're a little bit more playful than I've been seeing more recently, but not too playful. They're really fun, like specifically the shoes. I feel like Chanel shoes are maybe what really draws my attention. And then this polka dot-ish look with the collar, and then I think those are tights that like make that kind of effect on her leg like that. With the shoes, the ballet flat Mary Jane things, I love them. I just think they're my favorite thing ever. And then this look from Chanel, how good is this with the sheer and then the blue boots of my boots? I love them. I think it makes me actually, sometimes when I like styling colors, I never really pay attention. Like, I never try light blue with black for some reason. But it's kind of edgy and I really like it. And again, with the sheerness, what do we think about the sheerness? And I feel like it's going to continue into the next year. I didn't really add that to my trends video, but I do really like that. Also, I'm going in with the Jones Road yellow banana kind of setting powder. I just set my chin. All the places where I don't want to be, I don't set here. That's kind of the only place that I don't set, just so that it kind of stays dewy, you know? I really do like this powder because it's more of a natural finish. It's not super matte or anything, and I have the driest skin ever, and it cracks and it crumbles and it freaking hurts all the time, and so I don't like using powders that make my skin feel worse, and this one feels so nice. I have this and the pink one. Shoo Shoo and Tong has been on my radar all year long, specifically because for this one piece that is their like sailor kind of top or jacket. I can't like verbally express how much I love it, but I really, really love it. And anyway, their runway looks are really also inspiring. I feel like if I were like an office girl, this is like, this kind of quirky vibe is so fun to me. Even not only for the outfit, I think it's the colors in this outfit that really are what are inspiring me, you know? So I don't know. That's what I'm taking away from it, I guess. And the glasses. I like the glasses. Okay, I just used this Refi what is this called? Gloss highlighter. It literally does feel like a face gloss. A really nice glow, almost a little bit too much of a glow to where I take my beauty blender or whatever the fuck this is and kind of just press it in. And then I'll go over again with my powder, which kind of does sound redundant. I get that, but I'll go in with more powder just so it doesn't like mess up under my eyes. And then it still like kind of leaves, you know, the glow. This Shoo Shoo and Tong look, to me, I want a jacket like this. How fun does like a floral jacket that has this cute little collar on it? I just think that would be so fun to play around with, especially in the spring and the summertime. But I mean, even now with like furry boots or like tights underneath it, like colorful tights. I love that. Okay, this Ganni look. I don't think I have a lot of Ganni looks in here. I really liked their 2023 runways, and then their 2024 ones. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I think I maybe just have to look back at them. I just did before this, and I just didn't find any that I like really spoke to me. But this one I like just because it's so simple and it's like so wearable. And I've been trying to, like I've been mentioning, get more into like black outfits, I guess. And I just think this would be a really, I don't know, the silhouette, I guess. I think it's the dress and the loafers, and I need more loafer inspiration because I have loafers and I just feel like I never wear them as someone who like, I feel like if I worked in an office, I would really wear my loafers, but I just never reach for them. I think I'm also just really super into button front like dresses like that. It's something that I keep seeing J. Crew do, which J. Crew is a brand that I feel like this past year I have really become a fan of, and like again because I always liked their older stuff, and I think, I don't know, this year just really solidified the fact that I just feel like their current collections are just like wearable while still like being kind of different. And I went into their store recently on Black Friday for the first, I feel like I haven't been into a J. Crew store in so long, and I was in like heaven. I just loved getting to see, because I'm on their website all of the time. And so I loved getting to go in person and see all the things and touch them and feel them. And I probably could, like, I could spend so much money at that store if I really, you know what I mean? For the pink eyeshadow, I'm using this really old, ugly Morphe palette. It's the Artistry palette in Such a Gem 39S. This is what it looks like. The middle one is broken, but I was just going in with this on my eyes and just to kind of give it a neutral look, and then I'm going to go in with these pinks and I'm going to sheer them out with a white shimmery color, which is my ColourPop shadow, which if you ever see me wearing a white shadow, it's this one, is this ColourPop Super Shock shadow in the shade Tassel. I have two in case I ever run out. Anyway, so then I'll mix this big one with this to kind of get like more of a lighter pink. Actually, going back to Chanel, this look to me, I keep seeing this, I think is from a different show than the previous ones, but this look, the pink like plaid, kind of fun. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't like that, but I really like it. And I think the hats are what's really like drawing me in too, because I love a kind of paperboy style hat like that. And do we not just think that's so fun? I kind of love it. It's kind of granny chic and it's really fun. And then the next one with the brooch, how about that? I love that. I love the idea. I have not done a brooch or anything like that in like so long, but I think that would be really fun to do. And then also just like, I'm not a big, honestly, I feel like I have houndstooth and I wear it, but it's not like one of my favorite patterns. And I love like basically all patterns, but I just feel like I never like, when I see like a houndstooth pattern, I'm not like stopped in my tracks or anything. But I do like this outfit. Kind of on and off, love Off-White. But I do like looking at their runways for fun. I feel like they do funky things. And this particular look, I love the pink jacket. And then with kind of like the pirate hat. Remember I was talking about pirate hats in the summertime, and I kind of forgot about them whenever I was doing my trends video. But I think personally in the summer time, I'm going to be like even more into pirate stuff than I was last year. It's because I think it's so fun and I like it in the pink. And then again, I don't think it's a brooch on there. I think it's like a patch or something, but I love that. And I like this. I just like this bomber jacket kind of style jacket in the pink metallic. Moving on to some street style from 2023. For like the 2024 fashion shows, majority of them are. I just wanted to kind of show some of my favorites that I think that I love looking at runways, but I love looking at the street style even more. I feel like that's especially like the the outfits that are like super wearable to me, again, I think that I take so much inspiration from them, and I think it's so fun. And so I love it when the influencers that I follow go, because then, you know, you get like that kind of inspiration too on your feed, but also just I really like looking at the publications that take the pictures of them. So this was one picture. It's like a collage of everyone, and I love all of this. And I think that the one of them in the middle, I don't know, it looks like a Dobson Matter dress, but I like the way it's styled with the socks and the loafers. The outfit next to hers, I've been saying recently that I'm really looking for a pair of jeans that have holes in the knees, and again, this shows me why, because I think it's so cute, and I like it with the kitten heels like that, and I'm also looking for a pair of kitten heels, so that would be great. Anyway, next outfit, this, I love the tiered ruffles. I think that is so fun, and that's something I'm missing, I think, from my skirts. I think that would be cute, and I just love socks with ballet flats. I feel like when I don't wear socks or something with ballet flats or like Mary Jane's, I feel naked under them, which I am technically, but it really feels that way, you know? Also, now I'm going in with the Jones Road. I used this the other day in this look, and it's the Barely Pink Sparkle Wash, and this stuff is so good if you like a nice, simple, glittery shadow. I just throw it on my finger and then kind of tap, 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 and then press it onto my eye to kind of mesh everything. Let me zoom in on her earrings, please. How good are those earrings? I wonder who those are by. I love that. This almost looks like a Simone Rocha look, but I don't know. Anyway, next look. This, again, is super wearable, and I love this. I really like this Jill Sanders t-shirt. I feel like I've seen it the past few years on a lot of people, and it's just one that kind of sticks out to me. It's kind of so basic, but I love it. And I like this jacket paired with it, and then just like the silhouette going on. I'm just going to tightline a little bit. And I never used to do this, but I feel like it kind of adds some dimension to my eyes and my lashes and stuff. So, and then I just go in with my black liquid eyeliner. I use the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and I think this is waterproof, and I love this stuff. It's so super dark and black, and I love it. Anyway, so I'm going to do that. This street style outfit in particular, I think that I like it because there's a full-blown outfit underneath the, like, sheerness. I feel like that's something that inspires me with the sheerness, that you can just, like, layer. Like, you don't have to kind of, I feel like when I'm going more sheer, you kind of feel like, oh, I want to throw something on that's, like, thinner, like, not too aggressive or not too, like, noticeable underneath. So it's, like, a tank top, bralette, or, like, you know, boy shorts or something. And with the sandals, I'm kind of like in the market, like not in the market necessarily yet, but I keep thinking about, like, Cezanne has these really pretty goldish sandals, kind of have like these holes in them, and they're just really pretty. And again, probably before this year, I would have hated the idea of gold shoes, but I really do like gold jewelry, so I don't know why, but I love that. I love that idea, and I think that would be really fun, and I think to pair with socks and things like that, I think that would be cute. Cezanne is another brand, probably one of my top brands of 2024 that I have fallen in love with. I love Cezanne. Last year that definitely started, but I always pay attention to their drops, and I just think that the stuff they're creating is like timeless and good staples, you know? Like, I feel like I love them for good staples. And then this last look from the streetwear, I love the idea of shorts with tights. I think that that's something that I don't have a lot of shorts to begin with, so I don't know, but I love the idea of trying that. And this, just again, the color palette, like the blue with the red, and then with the pink shoes, and then the plaid. I don't know, there's something about it that really speaks to me. Oopsies. And also the layering. You know, there's something about layering. I feel like every look that I always love, and it ends up being like layered, and maybe that's why I love it and why I'm drawn to it. But anyway, I'm using the Jones Road mascara. It's called like the Best Mascara or something, and it really is. I really do like this. I love this, and then my Sochi Beauty mascara, which I love that one too. I'm on my like second refill, and I love that you can just refill the bottle. Sometimes, again, I just go in more with like a little tight line just to kind of like patch in any, because I'm not like, you know, with the wing, just to make sure everything looks nice and good and fun. Next, I'm going to talk about just a few influencers that I've really found so much inspiration from this year. First one being Accidental Influencer and Double Exposure. They're twins, and they're both of their style, it's kind of similar, but they both have their own personal style, obviously. But I love the both of them. Accidental Exposure, like this outfit in particular, just like really has, I feel like it's inspired multiple outfits that I've worn this year, and I just love everything about it. And I think that the reason that her style in particular like kind of stands out to me is that it's really like classic and timeless. I feel like the pieces and the like it's a lot of her outfits are neutral, or like the colors that she uses really work together, and I think I get inspired by that, but also the fact that they're still playful. Like the outfits are playful, the pieces are playful all the time, and it's kind of showed me that you can do both. You can like have like you can wear like classic neutral looks, and then they can be playful, you know, playing with skirts over pants and things like that. And then on TikTok, welcome to Heidi. Her style, like she does like these really good story times, and she like gets ready to them, and her outfits just always, like I feel like I have probably a lot of screenshots of her in my phone. Like in particular, this like denim look, I really like it. And she always styles like this hat, which I'm serious with how much I love these kinds of hats, and I love seeing them styled. But just one of my favorites, again, on TikTok. I really like her. Her style's like fun, but still, again, grounded. Yeah. Lastly, Ruby Redstone, one of my all-time, probably, I would say one of my top ones, especially of this year. Her style is immaculate to me. Like, every single outfit, it's just so perfectly undone, and like, it's very clearly thought out with still looking like kind of just like natural in a way. The outfits are not trying too hard, but they're like perfectly mashed together. I don't know if that makes sense, but her brain is great. I love following her. I'm a subscriber of her Patreon, or whatever you call that, a Patreon. And she's the only one that I'm on there for. I love her stuff. I love her newsletters that she does. And yeah, also her podcast. She has a podcast. If you're really, I've always been intrigued by the fashion history idea, or like the idea of fashion history, but I'm very new to actually like learning about things. I love her podcast and her podcast host. They're just so cute, and I love it. Run through of what I just put on my lips. This NYX matte lip liner crayon in vintage, SMLL12. I'll link it so you don't have to type that in. But and also Bisou balm, which I love this. I love this shade. It's called Betise. And then I also go over it with this Mojito lip balm from Malin and Goetz, and I just like this combination lately a lot. The other day, actually, in my video that this makeup looks from, I was really only left with this by the time I like got to filming, and I didn't realize it. So this stays really nicely, and I should just put it all over my lips just for when this does fade, but I like the way they all mesh together. You know, I've never been a lip liner person, but I really do like this lip liner. Sometimes I just keep going. Sometimes I just like doing my makeup and I just keep going, and I use this Fleur Pixie on the Glow blush. This is still one of my all-time favorite blush lines. I have every color that they have, and I love it. I just love their stuff. That kind of brings us to the end of this. I hope this wasn't too distracting. Kind of, as I was doing it, I was like, is this smart? I don't know. But I think it's kind of fun. And for someone who has like a brain that goes all over, I don't know, maybe it worked. I don't know. We'll see in the post. But let me know if you never want me to do this again, or if you would like me to. And I think that I could probably improve in some aspects. We'll see when I'm editing it. But I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what your favorite fashion moments of 2023 were. I was going to go through Met Gala looks, but if I could list my top two that I'm thinking about, in retrospect, the Olivia Rodrigo outfit, I don't know why, I just love it so much. I love her bangs like this, and I think that's what really is drawing me to it. And then my top favorite still, even when I look back at it, is the Alexa Chung look. I think that the way that it looks, her makeup with the white glitter, and then just like the entire outfit and the designer she's wearing, I just think it's so, if it's like my brain put it into like the real world, you know? So I love that, and it's given me so much inspiration. I feel like I could have that framed on my wall and be like, that is an art piece, you know, just like a picture of her like that. And I love Alexa Chung in general. She's also given me, I feel like the past few years before this year, I feel like this year again, she's back into being like such an inspiration of mine, and she always is and has been, will be, but I love her outfits so much, and so her Instagram has been really good to me this year too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here and watching, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I hope you have the best day. Bye!